give me a call back. I'm trying to catch up with Messi. Have Messi call me as soon as possible. That's cool. Trying to catch up with Messi. You can give me a call back. That'll be dope.
Out in the middle of a drought, I blow loud like it's God bless Buddha. It's sorta like the feeling running with a known shooter. Baby, I'ma spit it to the limit, run it to the abyss. You know it's God number 7 on your top 10 list. It's kamikaze, look into the eyes of a Pisces. In Las Vegas, talking shit is where you might find me. Feel mowed down from the nose to the toes. Get your cell phone, you can picture every pose. Picture all the clothes, picture all the hoes. Picture the perfection when the money pile grows. You got a cracker style, I sport gators. They still might bite, so fresh with the flavor. God kind, Phil Mo's number 1 sign. Steak, potatoes, garlic bread, and some prawns.
Yeah, San Francisco, baby. Phil Mo niggas trying to bring back the 80s.
Yeah, money is the model. And run around town like it's Grand Theft Auto. Chicka Khan.
Wally on my hip, good weed in my mouth, gangsta niggas in the whip.
Yeah, you're not dealing with clowns. When you try to kick hot, watch your body shut down.
Yeah, nigga, I'm a motherfucking fool. Trees for breakfast, eat brunch by noon. 24 Davins only showing the lip. The rest of the rim the same color of the whip. Jump out and crack a nigga shit wide open. Jump back in the nigga with the barrel still smoking. Feel more nigga, yeah, bitch, break bread. I don't want no pussy, I don't want no head. But you can get a sack of that purple stuff. Some gin in the bag of that Hillary duff. I'm a pimp, trapped in a gangster's body. On dope and a fuck around and hurt somebody. On Tuesday and Thursday the ghosts pull up. Then everybody run cause they'll fuck you up. I'm a shady ass nigga, man, I ain't gon' lie. I just wanna sell dope, smoke weed and get high, you bitch. San Francisco, baby. Feel more niggas trying to bring back the 80s. Yeah, money is the
Welcome to the show. Very special episode of Audibly Fat. We're going to talk my favorite thing to talk about lately. The Epoch times. I don't know how to pronounce this stupid fucking... I have no idea how to pronounce it. But I was also just looking at my phone while I was letting that song play. And I saw that the Yankees game, it's opening day in baseball. I think last night the Cubs played. But the Yankees played the Ukrainian national anthem before the game. And I thought that was pretty interesting that they would pop that off. Pretty remarkable. What in the fuck? The top comments, I just clicked that video. The top comments are, I've never felt this patriotic about another country. Wow, that should freak you the fuck out. Wow, Jesus Christ. That should terrify that person. That one stupid song or listening to TV or watching all this shit and, you know, some dead white people has you feeling this type of special way. I mean, I would be pretty alarmed. You shouldn't care about any other country. Arguably, you shouldn't care about your own. Care about your own people, but not your own government. That's what you're rooting for when you're singing anthems and flags. It's not for the people. It's not for the people, man. You're not doing it for the culture. But anyways, we're talking Epoch times. You probably know what I'm talking about. I got mine in the mail on my doorstep. And it was a proud day, and I've been saving it ever since for this day to go through. I want to go through it live here on the podcast. Is it even a podcast if I've only ever uploaded to YouTube? This will be my 31st episode. Yeah, is it even a podcast? I got to figure out how to get it uploaded in audio format. Yeah, whatever. I got to do some Googling, as the kids say. So anyways, Epoch Times. This is some CIA propaganda, dude. This shit is so fucking sketchy. This shit just shows up on your doorstep, and you've probably seen it. It's spelled Epoch. You've probably seen it in your local break room. And then Shen Yun is a dancing woman. It's a Chinese ballet being advertised everywhere. That its headline is China before communism, and it has a pretty Chinese woman midair smiling. You've probably seen it everywhere. If you live near any major city whatsoever, they've come through. This is run by the Falun Gong. I'm sure everybody knows. I'm not going to go through all that. Or maybe I should. I don't know. The Falun Gong is a weird anti-communist Chinese cult that claims religious persecution in China, and their leader has been exiled, and he now lives in New York. And yeah, he's into some far-right politics, like QAnon heavy shit. And yeah, he's running an anti-communist anti-communist Chinese campaign from within here. It's a psyop. This is all a fucking psyop. That's why I want to talk about it. I'm saving this for the rest of my life. I got it. It's cool. 50 years from now, if I live to be that long, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, it'll be a time capsule for my kids or their kids, because it'll be like, look what they were doing. Freaking people the fuck out. So Shen Yun is the ballet portion that people go and see. But we're just going to go through this. First of all, you get it. It's got the Shen Yun cover, right? I just popped that off. And then inside is also the yellow flyer touting their prowess. Dear reader, in the back, it's got the 3 easy ways to subscribe. But it's got 5 endorsers, it looks like, on front. They are Sean Hannity, out of the gate, Sebastian Gorka, military and intelligence analyst and former deputy assistant to the president. All right. Are you with me yet? Spook City. Paul Gosar. It's our favorite paper. U.S. representative for Arizona. Carrie Sheffield, don't know who she is. And then the Black Rush Limbaugh himself, Larry Elder. So that gives you an idea of who's into this shit. But the shit they're pushing, we're going to go through, is pretty interesting. I was glancing, and I already saw some stuff that people my age are into. Not the Sean Hannity era, not the boomers, not their crowd. They're on a new campaign. They're going younger, so that's why I want to talk about it. And you can see it in here. Sorry if I don't know if the sound's good in here. I'm in my kitchen, and I'm moving a newspaper, but who gives a shit? Suck my dick. And I'm getting high because this is some spooky stuff I'm doing here. Spook City. This shit is all spooked up. So the Epoch Times, top it says Shen Yun's mysterious rejuvenating effects. Already, that's on the top here, right above the cover page. And then on the other side, it says, between heaven and hell, a moral ascension. Life is filled with many moments in which we must make a choice between good and evil. This is some... Oh, man. It's a rich tapestry here of fuckery. You got religious fuckery, political fuckery, social justice fuckery, all of it. It's coming at you in every way. It's got something for everybody in here. January 6th, detainee, what's catching my eye here at the bottom, at risk of dying from lack of medical care, attorney says. See, like sympathy for the insurgency at the Capitol, which wasn't an insurgency. It was just, we all know what it was. We don't need to get into it. I've talked about it before. Other people a lot smarter than me have covered it and spoken about it in more eloquent ways. I always thought it was just a LARP, and obviously an op, and obviously a trap to me, it was obvious out of the gate. But I never went full, I wasn't blinded by bias. So, hold on one second. I think I left my dog outside. Anyways, what was I talking about? Capital rights. Who cares? So yeah, it's got some sympathy for that. We got Cartel Uber, how human smuggling is devastating lives in Arizona. Interesting. Okay, we'll check that one out. Dr. Peter McCullough says outpatient treatments for COVID-19 have been suppressed. See, this is what I'm talking about. That guy is being touted. If you go through any of the conspiracy forums, he's being touted by even lefties all over Twitter, all over everything, as some sort of savior, some sort of bipartisan, neutral voice for the people. But here he is in a CIA spook fucking whatever. Dude, this is 100% a psyop. This every single fucking drop of this ink. And here he is. So, but yeah, go ahead. Believe that one. Twitter permanently suspends Marjorie Taylor Greene's account. See, sympathy for Marjorie Taylor Greene. All right, I opened the second page. Attorney detainee at risk of death from lack of medical care. Fear husband could die without medical attention in federal custody. Okay, this is the guy, the January 6th Capitol riot guy. Bitch, I want healthcare for all. I don't care about this dumb idiot LARP, baby brain, potato brain, fucking idiot who got tricked into going to the Capitol. But that's what it is. That's what they're trying to get you to do. Cartel Uber, how human smuggling is devastating lives in Arizona. Arizona border county powerless to stop human smuggling. As up to 1,000 vehicles load up with illegal aliens every month. And there's no state law against it. What you talking? Are they talking about coming into the country? So for $4,000 he killed my mom. $4,000. Guess what? It cost 3 times that amount to bury. What? $1,000 per immigrant to smuggle from the border to Phoenix. I mean, yeah, this has been happening forever. Why am I arguing with it? But yeah, CISO's drumming up fear of immigrants, fear of the border. Let me see. Facebook reverses ban on conservative children's book publisher. Yay, that's a win. That's a feel-good story. Texas audit finds over 11,000 potential non-citizens registered to vote. Again, fear of immigrants. Dr. McCullough, there he is. There's his article. This is the continuation. Lots of messaging on the vaccine, but zero messaging on treatment. See, generic statements. Fuck is this guy? Not a hero, I'll tell you that. GlaxoSmithKline. The headquarters of the farm bubble in London. Third Chinese scientist admits to stealing pharma trade secrets. See, it's just spooky shit. Scientists use their positions at GlaxoSmithKline to steal trade secrets to benefit the Chinese regime. When you hear regime, you're reading spook material. Regime, that's a clear word, clear indication right there. Big left-wing dark money groups fund Schumer's secretive anti-filibuster ally. Again, Jesus Christ, dark money groups. This whole fucking paper's dark money. That to me is one of the examples of an office. Progressive prosecutors face backlash amid rising crime. Again, they're acting as if police were defunded across the country. We got the Baltimore, who is a state attorney, Marilyn Mosby. It's just they show a random LAPD shot of a body covered in white and what looks like a distressed state's attorney leaving a circuit courthouse, with a disgruntled sheriff next to her. Just tough on police, soft on crime. Since fucking when? The Nazis trained our police force. That's the tactics they use. They treat their communities as enemy territory, and they treat themselves as an occupying force. But yeah, okay. Again, why am I arguing? I'm sorry. But again, this is fear of crime. This is just, it drums up all the classic things: fear of immigrants, fear of blacks, and it has a black lawyer. Damn, I can't pronounce that name. Shoaib Newton, former prosecutor. He's quoted as to say, I don't think a prosecutor's purview is ending mass incarceration. A prosecutor's job is to hold accountable people for breaking the laws. Hold people accountable, sorry. FDA issues warning for COVID-19 antiviral pills. China's harshest lockdown yet. Tested zero COVID playbook. And they got like the pictures of people behind a cage in a lockdown area. Massive gate. Looks like a fortified area. Who knows? It's all kind of zoomed in. A truck sprays disinfectant on a street in the Xinjiang province on December 31st, 2021. New Year's Eve. Is it New Year's Eve in China? December 31st, whatever. Woo. Chinese researchers build AI prosecutor that can file charges by itself. Motherfucker, you mean Palantir? Get the fuck out of here. These are the same people, look, they're telling you China is doing predictive crime and file charges by itself and algorithms that can replace prosecutors and shit like that. They're doing that in the United States. They're planning this in the United States. 100%. I work for a corporation and everything's run off of computers now. Everything they do, they're like, oh, the computer said to. The computer said to. As of last year. Everything. And it was always, a lot of shit. But now it's everything. And on the back page of the cover, we have Shen Yun gives audience a sense of security. Shen Yun's beauty, good for the heart and spirit, says Silicon Valley executive. Who's this scumbag? John Cummings. What does he run? Let's Google you real quick. John Cummings. Shen Yun. Let me see.
Tomorrow we recognize 22 years
a businessman.
Since the People's Republic of China launched a campaign of repression.
John Cummings. Says he's a politician. Let's check LinkedIn. Sorry, you gotta stay with me to Google. Motherfucker. Pick the images the correct way up. This one. Who the hell's John Cummings? It says he's a politician. This guy, a CEO of Powder? Is that who this is? Sorry, this is not. He spells it like Cummings. Silicon Valley. All right, LinkedIn, Senior Vice President and Corporate Developer. All right, well, his quote is, "You don't realize what's going on in the world so much. You can't necessarily believe everything you see on TV. I've been to China a lot of times, and I've been into I've seen a number of actual shows over there, a lot different than this, and this is clearly not the message you would see in China. Shen Yun puts an all-new performance every year, showing the beauty of Chinese civilization before communism took over. The history and the beauty of China is really impressive, and there's a lot of history before communism." Correct way up. I mean, for the love of Pete here. It's fantastic that Shen Yun can bring such talented people to share their stories with us and make the world aware. I was really impressed that there were 7 going on all the time around the world. 7 companies. So they have 7 troops. That's why they're everywhere. We can all learn a lot from that. So it's great to see the exposure of the world to the Chinese history. Do you understand the scope of sending out 7 full ballet troops? He calls them companies. That's fucking insane. Holy shit. Is this guy? It kind of looks like you. You went to Columbia? Oh, good boy. What does he run? Salonis. What's Salonis? Senior Vice President. Is that him? A businessman, a business management executive. I guess this would be him. He worked for Salesforce. Okay, that makes more sense. Yep. Come on, dude. He worked in Surveillance Valley. So yeah, that's just an example. Shen Yun leaves lasting impression on Berkeley audience. Timothy Butterfield. What the fuck is that? This is just ridiculous. I need to go see this performance, dude. I want to go do mushrooms and see Shen Yun. That's what I want to go do. I want to do mushrooms and go see Shen Yun. That seems fucking like it'd be awesome, dude. Who wants to go see mushrooms? Who wants to go see mushrooms on Shen Yun? Yeah, dude. Who wants to go see Shen Yun on mushrooms, dude? On mushrooms. Dude, that'd be fucking awesome. That'd be fucking... It'd probably freak me out. But I'd do it. I would definitely do it. I would absolutely do that. Let me see. This is kind of old. Okay, let me see. January. Oh, I thought it said June. Motherfucker. I got this. It was in the snow, so around Christmas time. I've just been holding it for a few months. They already came. I can check. If they got 7 companies touring the country, I'm going to be able to see them again. So anyways, that's the cover. But yeah, this is all run by the Falun Gong, and I'm going to go here to this video.
And the human rights defender.
This is... What is his name? This is the State Department. I forget this guy's name. My grandma's flying out here today, and she's flying out of Sacramento, which is kind of a rinky-dinky airport. She said she didn't bring a parachute. She'll hang on to the wing. It's really funny. Oh, man. Here, do I have it on? Do I keep playing it?
Tomorrow we recognize 22 years since the People's Republic of China launched a campaign of repression against the Falun Gong movement and its millions of practitioners, advocates, and the human rights defenders working to protect their rights. Thousands of Falun Gong practitioners face detention, harassment, and reported torture and abuse each year for simply refusing to peacefully practice their beliefs. We call on the PRC to immediately cease its campaign against Falun Gong practitioners and release those imprisoned due to their beliefs.
He couldn't even read that correctly. He kept fucking it up so bad. That's a former CIA agent. The guy worked for the CIA, works for the State Department, saying the Epoch Times shit. But if you read the Epoch Times, you'd be like, this is very anti-Biden. But this should just let you fucking... If you're not cluing in here yet, it's all the same shit. They're all selling the same fucking thing. The anti-China, that is bipartisan, baby. And he couldn't even get through that. He knew it was absolute fucking bullshit. They haven't persecuted hundreds of thousands or millions of Falun Gong. That's completely fucking unproven. It's like when they say they spit on Vietnam vets. There's not one documented case of that other than the Rambo movie. It's just not a thing. It's not a thing. But here, the other sections, back to the paper, we have life and tradition. We have opinion, which I can't wait to get to. And mind and body. We're going to start with mind and body. Because this is going to be obviously some Eastern medicine, esoteric fucking bullshit. The cover is the blessing of generosity. We are transformed and fulfilled by what we can give to others, of course. They just want poor people to give more of their shit away. They're not talking about themselves. Of course, there's not this generic bullshit. People are naturally attracted to others who have an open heart to share with others. Of course, that's just general. Fuck, dude. You learn that shit when you're 3. Transcranial magnetic stimulation for depression. And it's got some dude who looks like he's getting a vision test, but he took the thing that you would otherwise look through and strapped it to the top of his fucking skull. That's going to be in my cover. That'll be in the title. You'll see him. You'll see me dancing. You'll see me ballet. But yeah, you should be able to see him right now if you're watching this. If you're not listening, if you're not watching and you're listening, just Google transcranial magnetic stimulation. It's the fucking dumbest thing you've ever seen in your life. I'm sure it's real, though. I'm sure I'm the idiot. Over here, we have an advertisement. My Pillow. Yes, dude. That lets you know where we are. We got My Pillow flash sale. Save up to 66%. Ooh, the book you've been waiting for. The Epic Times. Shop now, epicshop.com. How the specter of communism is ruling our world. I'm buying this. Goddamn, I'm buying this shit. Imagine thinking communism is ruling the world when we live in like the Fourth Reich. You live in the Fourth Reich. Nazis are in every single government and helped shape every government and national security strategy across the Western world. But yeah, sure. Communism's on top. That's what they want. You know, this is all just supposed to drum up fear and entrench you in nationalism. Jesus Christ. They're trying to recreate the Cold War. Wellness tips for the coldest time of the year will never went away for them. The treatment dilemma of stage 0 breast cancer. You know, just generic bullshit. Does red wine really lower blood pressure? Just generic fluffer bullshit. This is all lulling you to sleep. Filler. Natural sweetener may fight viruses and bacteria. See, Eastern medicine. There we go. Here we go, baby. I'm sure it's probably true. Moving more linked to better weight maintenance. I mean, come on, dude. Research finds people better maintained weight loss by moving rather than by exercising. Like, what? Moving more. Is that not? Yeah, this is just woo. The blessing of generosity. This is the cover continued. Transcranial magnetic stimulation for depression. And it's got. Is that Stephen Paddock? That looks like Stephen Paddock. What the fuck? Is that Stephen Paddock? It's got a picture of a guy looking like, you know, he's got the hands on the forehead like he's stressed out. That looks like Stephen Paddock. All right, okay. It's not him, but it looks like him. Anger just might be your liver talking. I'm sure. Traditional Chinese medicine. Yeah, hell yeah. Taking pills. Liver's fucked up. Drinking. Liver's fucked up. I believe it. Too many choices, endless options, and a lack of commitment are a recipe for restlessness. Generic bullshit. You can figure this out all on your own. Instead of increasing our freedom, too many choices end up restricting our ability to make any choice. Do you see this shit? That's insane. Okay. Connect 2 rooms with a new door. What? By installing the proper type of door, the new opening can be almost as soundproof as the existing wall. What are we talking about here? Is this mind and body? This is the mind and body. Okay. Car dealer spills the beans on treatment and leather interiors. Huh, did you know that? So let me see. Blah, 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 blah. It's just like one of those little write-ins, like, ooh, I'm looking for, write into the editor. I'll answer a little answer column. How to get washed salad greens perfectly without a spinner. Cheesy Italian weddings. Jesus Christ. Just recipes, Memories of Albania, simple dishes, picnics, and food rations. What? Memories of Albania. The student loan pandemic payment pause is coming to an end. Don't let the pandemic pause put a pause on taking control of your money. There's a fucking massive Social Security update. 5.9%. All Social Security checks going up 5.9% in 2022. Is that the tax rate? Or just the pay rate? Who knows? Cool. Moving on. Life and tradition. Is this fun? It is for me. An age-old therapy that's finding new audiences. And that is a Shen Yun. Yeah, that's Shen Yun. Let me see. Performing Arts Curtain Call. That's the curtain call. That's the giant title picture. How Shen Yun soothes troubled minds, hearts, and bodies. If you go online and you watch videos, just watch testimonials of people leaving these shows, apparently, they're all acting all fucking weird and manic, like they had an out-of-body experience. It's freaky as fuck. It's not normal. I got nothing yet, Grandma. Nothing yet. Waiting on the mailman today. For today. Cool. What was I talking about? I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they're all if they're leaving they're leaving and they look all. It's all bullshit. Huge. So the cover is all them, all this story. Insert is all this story. And then up here, it's time for solutions. We know the symptoms. We need solutions for our country. These are like opinions. Is this, what section is this? Life and tradition. Okay. What a thankful heart. Without a thankful heart and a responsible attitude, neither America nor any other nation has the ability to remain great. Alexander Tytler. The fall of the Athenian Republic. It's all just doom and gloomy bullshit. We got to take our country back. Success, what it means and why it matters. It means lick my asshole. That's why it matters. Success means licking my asshole. It matters because it'll feel good. And then you're doing the right thing. Like the cover story said, being generous. Cobra Kai can teach a generation. Marinated in victimhood and safetyism. What? Jesus Christ. Couple married for 75 years share their secret to long-lasting marriage. So there's an advertisement for the Netflix show in here. So someone there kicked them some money. Oh, wow. It goes across. There's another Cobra Kai one. Daniel LaRusso. I've never even watched Karate Kid as a kid. Oh, my Christ. Here we go. Okay, whatever. Opinion, blah, blah, blah. Middle page, huge cover, larger than life, art that inspires through the ages. I've been here. This is St. Peter's Basilica. The headline is St. Peter's Basilica, the most magnificent church in all of Christendom. I'll give them that. Other than the Pantheon, there's been to a couple places in Europe that are truly remarkable, but this place freaked me the fuck out. It was weird. Being in the Vatican, going in the tombs of the Vatican, being in St. Peter's Square. It's very, 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 very creepy. I've done shrooms at Bohemian Grove or right outside of it and right around it in those woods. I was really, really high when I went to the Vatican. I was eating edibles. I don't know if I had any truffle left over at this point. No, I don't think I did because I'd already gone to Spain first. But yeah, I remember you walk up to it, the road leading up to it, I've read about along the dirty ass, fucking nasty ass Tiber River that's full of plastic and fucking gross shit. And then you get there, it's just nuts. And one time, I think I've said this before, I was walking by. I was in Rome for like 8-9 days, and I was walking by, and I didn't realize that there was like a 2 projector screens and hundreds of seats out, and I didn't realize that the Pope speaks publicly every Tuesday. I should have watched that. That would have been cool to watch, just for the spectacle of it. Because you wonder, like, how many kids do they fuck to build this place? Like, how much stolen wealth built this place? What do they have in these fucking vaults? Very, 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 very freaky place. Very, very, very creepy. I feel like I've never been to DC. I want to. Been thinking a lot about going lately, but the Vatican is very. You feel. We as in America, we live in the belly of the beast, and as an American centric person, like I feel like America is obviously the world's superpower, and it has been my whole life. But when you go to the Vatican, man, it's there's just a whole nother level of like, oh shit, I'm near something that is something. Something that's been around a long, long time. Something deeply, 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 deeply evil, in my opinion. Yeah, it's fucking freaky. I was just astonished the whole time I was in there. I got shushed twice, and I had to take my hat off. I put it back on. And I was taking pictures in the tombs. I have those too. Cleopatra's daughter's down there. A bunch of weird shit. A bunch of weird fucking people. Yeah, when you're there, it's fucking creepy. But anyways, they're jerking off the Vatican. The next page behind is Between Heaven and Hell, A Moral Ascension. It's got this fucking creepy... It's got to be like... I thought it was a lot older than that. 1850 painting. Got an angel at the top and then people just down into misery at the bottom. Just a pile of naked bodies all the way down, cascading down into misery. As every face becomes more and more anguished as you get lower. Except for her. She's just looking at her supple ass titties. Ooh, shit. The next page, it'll be, I'll be seeing you from 1944, a start for the new year. What? The couple must face their fears and memories to conquer them, find a new beginning. Golden Age films, an old film. Jesus Christ. You know, an old film, homeschooling. The New Year reflection, 6 questions homeschoolers should ask themselves. For kids, the kids section, we got a crossword. Feeding the birds. Christmas. This is all Christmas themed. This is cool, dude. Tight. And then on the back, again, back by popular demand, experience the beauty and wonder of traditional Chinese culture free of communism. Suck my fucking nuts. Shen Yun. Shen Yun. It's not racist. These people are fucking creepy. It's an op. It's not racist. I'm going to do the rest of the podcast in the Falun Gong accent. On the back we have the opinion section. On top we have. All right, I can't pronounce this word in normal English. The defenestration of Dr. Robert Malone. So we got Robert McCullough, Peter McCullough, and Robert Malone. Dude, this fucking badass. This thing's a treasure trove. I'm so fucking glad I have this. This is like fucking treasure trove. It's got Robert Malone and Peter McCullough, and everyone's fucking jerking these people off. And oh my God, like, they're super reasonable. They're actually, have you listened to their podcast? It's the most watched podcast of all time. Shut the fuck up. We're all baby brained. You know, we're just like our boomer parents. We're just like our Gen X parents or whoever raised you. You're just like them. Like your hate for them and kowtowing in the hippie movement and just kowtowing to the Reagan era and just constantly just capitulating you're doing the same thing by thinking that the revolution is going to be televised. That adage has been around for decades, and you still haven't figured it the fuck out. It's not going to be the most watched podcast of all fucking time. Fucking, oh my God, the second, okay, you open it up and the fucking sub headline is just all him. The insert, huge spread of Robert Malone. And this guy worked at the Pentagon, but sure, it's not an op. You're totally woke, bro. I gotta call George. This is just too good. I can't believe I've been sitting on this for so long. Let's see if he answers. Ooh, turn it down. Not answering. Maybe he'll call me back. Who knows? What are you doing, boy? What are you doing? I know, I'm sorry. This is his favorite newspaper. He's upset. I'm tearing it apart. Benji's a little fascist. He's a little liberal Democrat. Who he is? This is the natural evolution. This is the natural evolution. Hi. What are you doing? Oh, Jesus. The ungracious and their demonization of the past. Workers remove a statue of Robert E. Lee at the Robert E. Lee Memorial. The demonization of the past, like, it's not demonization, motherfucker. Germany doesn't have statues of Hitler as much as they want to, as much as we all know they would love to. They don't. You fucking idiot. Why am I taking it? Who's Victor Davis Hansen? Who's this cocksucker? Who's this fucking bag of dicks? Historical revision often responds to puritanical mob frenzies rather than the democratic discussion and votes of relevant elected officials. Fucking idiot. Well, can you imagine that shit? Fucking stupid fuck. The Mongols should... Alright, I'm not gonna get... It's just... It's not ignorance. It's like these people, they're trying to present arguments for baby brain conservatives when they say that the statues could have been torn down. It's like, why are you trying to demonize the past? And it's like, these are easily refuted within seconds. Like, should there be statues of Hitler? Period. Yes or no? Like, should there be statues of Pinochet? Like, it's just whatever. Biden wants to woke up your doctor. See, freaking you out that Biden's going to turn your doctor into giving you gender therapy. What does he say? The Biden administration wants to pay doctors to create office anti-racism plans that could soon bring a full-blown critical race theory into your examining room. What's that, you say? You didn't hear about congressional legislation to that effect? That's because there's no such law. Rather, the idea is pushed quietly into implementations by the blob-like federal bureaucracy that exercises primary control over the details of a minutia of federal law. Despite what you may have been taught in high school government class, federal statutes don't provide the specifics that will apply once a measure becomes law. Instead, legislation merely establishes a skeleton outline, usually directing the secretary of this or that department to write the details after the measure has been approved through the arcane rulemaking process. In other words, the contemporary administrative state run by the executive branch has substantial quasi-legislative authority that was never dreamed of by our founding fathers. Okay. So it's just, I'm supposed to say that the rule states that quite specifically that it's the plan that isn't about medicine and it isn't about science. Rather, it furthers naked ideology and insinuating very woke politics in the clinical setting. Like why? Like just drumming up more division, Death of a political prisoner in 1978 reveals long history of the CCP's live organ harvesting. Yeah, that's classic Falun Gong right there, baby. Classic. Saying that they kill the Falun Gong and they steal their organs and sell them. And then the Winnie the Pooh, that's a classic one. The picture of Xi Jinping as Winnie the Pooh. The Reddit campaign from a few years ago, that's all the Falun Gong. Which is probably funded by the CIA and your tax dollars, let's be honest here. We fund insurgencies and counterinsurgencies, info and disinfo. Pay for it all, baby. Pay for both sides of the argument. American traders, academics working for China. This is all just to get you from eating a rich person and taking their shit, from getting yourself some health care, from fucking taking your shit back, dude. The specter of communism is ruling our world. Fucking unbelievable. They have a picture of Lenin from 1920 drumming up people to go to war. I mean, 100 years ago, it's still here, boys. There's nothing about the spider network and rat lines of Nazis that still run our world, right? Nothing about that. They want you to think communism's alive. Communism was fucking gutted. Completely gutted. You can argue that China's barely communist. And now we have puzzles and crosswords and Sudoku. We got Dilbert, a couple Dilbert comics, of course. Dude, two Dilberts, literally two Dilberts, two different ones. One in color and a different one in black and white, probably a throwback. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's epic as fuck. Epoch as fuck. There it is. I'm stoked to have it. I'm stoked to have Robert Malone and Peter McCullough right here on the front pages. I'm going to go see Shen Yun on mushrooms. This has been awesome to go through. I'm going to keep this for the rest of my life. I'm going to actually sit down and read a lot of this. It's completely fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I'm sure you've seen it. Check it out. It's literally a CIA rag. Grab one. Shout out to the Yankees for showing solidarity with the Azov Battalion. We really appreciate it. We don't know what we'd do without you. You really held it the fuck down. We got a new Supreme Court justice, another Harvard graduate. I appreciate the diversity. I appreciate it. You know, we have RBG. Did she die? RGB, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Did she die? She went to Columbia. She was the only one who didn't go to Yale or Harvard. But now we got another Harvard grad. Fuck yeah. Get the diversity in there. Really from a really grounded, realistic perspective. A perspective of the common folk, the proletariat. That's what we just elected. We definitely elected someone who's going to see things from the people's perspective and fight not to uphold the corporate state, not to uphold the status quo, not to uphold the empire. It's definitely not there. That's definitely not what she's there to do. She's definitely there to look out for us against the empire and against the fat cats. It's like what's his name? Not Pappy O'Daniel Flower Hour. Who's the other one? His name is Governor Stokes. What the fuck is his name? God damn it. Politician, oh brother. He's like, I'm a friend of the little man, and he goes around with a midget. Oh, not Pappy O'Daniel, the other one. Oh brother, little man. Oh brother. Come on, man. Not Pappy O'Daniel. We don't fucking know Pappy O'Daniel. That one's easy. Homer Stokes. Oh, Homer Stokes. We elected a real Homer Stokes, a real friend of the little people. Me and my constituents. So I'm really excited about the future of this country. I'm stoked that the Epoch Times One thing before I leave, I'll read off. This is their summary of who they are. If you want to subscribe, if you want to smash that like and subscribe and head on over to the Epoch Times, I'm sure they have a YouTube, and I'm sure they're going to flag this video. Headline, we cover critical issues like no other media in America. This is the main insert that you can mail in. This is the mailer. It's got two categories. You got issue and solution. So issue, media bias and a divided nation. 72% of Americans believe that the traditional major news sources report news that they know to be fake, false, or purposely misleading, quote unquote. The spread of false information and personal attacks has increased tension between Americans and has further divided our nation. Their answer to this: we are independent of any political party. Using our fact-based and truthful reporting, we seek to focus on what unites us as Americans rather than what divides us. You gotta love it. Corruption. Our nation has been affected by major corruption scandals. Most recently, the misuse of law enforcement to launch a counterintelligence investigation and to obtain a FISA warrant to spy on Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign. What about the misuse of law enforcement to launch a counterintelligence newspaper? Their answer, the Epoch Times solution, notice they use the word solution. Nazis love that word. The Epoch Times is one of the last media that does real investigative reporting. For the past 3 years, we've been investigating and covering the problems within the Crossfire Hurricane, quote unquote, probe, as well as other major issues facing our nation. What the fuck is the Crossfire Hurricane? Socialism versus freedom. All right. For decades, communist nations have systematically sought to subvert America. And now, 51% of Americans between the ages of 18 and 29 have a positive impression of socialism. Our freedoms are being increasingly encroached upon by socialist policies. Source, the Gallup, August 2018. The Epoch Times solution to this: we systematically expose this communist subversion in an effort to free America and the world from it. And it has the hammer and sickle being crossed out like a no smoking sign. And there's nothing a Nazi hates more than a fucking communist. Broken traditional values. Freedom of religion and family values used to be seen as cornerstones of our nation. Socialist ideology is threatening these traditional American values, our families, and our culture. The Epoch Times' final solution to this: in our journalism, we highlight the traditional values and morals that guided our nation's founding fathers. We also explore classical arts and traditions and uncover the connections among beauty, virtue, and self-refinement. Well, I just think that's a beautiful way to end it. This podcast is brought to you by the Epoch Times, the Epoch Times. We are here to systematically expose the communist subversion in an effort to free America and the world from it. Because America is under attack, folks. America is under attack by communism and communist China. They're there. They're under your bed. You better watch the fuck out. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by the Epoch Times, the Central Intelligence Agency, the Falun Gong, and God himself. Because if there's one thing that's an affront to God, it's a fucking communist.
Thank you and good evening.